This is the story of the one, the only, OG, George himself, GW.
As a young lad, George watched as his older brother Lawrence joined the British Navy in hopes that one day George too could follow in his footsteps.
In 1752, George started his official military career. Governor Doug DeWindy assigned him the rank of major in the militia. Even though he was young, the governor saw potential leadership in Washington. George Washington's first experience in battle was the French and Indian War, starting in 1754. While in battle, he was selected for a mission which he successfully completed. Because of the success of this mission, Washington was promoted to lieutenant colonel, which entailed leading hundreds of soldiers. On March 15, 1754, George Washington was made commander of all Virginia militia.
During this battle, George observed how ignorant the British were of the conditions of the colonial warfare. With this, Washington refused to join the British and resigned his commission in the militia and returned to Mount Vernon.
Washington's next major act of military leadership was in June of 1775, at the start of the Revolutionary War. The Second Continental Congress unanimously elected Washington as commander-in-chief. He took control of the Continental forces that were surrounding the British Army. His first tactical move was to occupy George Hester Heights, where he brought artillery from Fort Ticonderoga and forced the British to evacuate Boston. He continued being successful by following up with many more clever tactics.
The Treaty of Paris officially ended the American War for Independence in 1783. Washington was now considered an American hero. He had powers equivalent of those of a dictator. He could have taken control of the new nation, but instead he resigned from his military position because of the previous years. George no longer wanted the responsibility of leading soldiers into battle.
After a few more years of leading the government and having the opportunity of being president for life, he felt that it was too much like being a king, so he decided to be a farmer at Mount Vernon.